Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Robbie Bobby channel. I am indeed your host Robbie Bobby, and today, I said that quite quickly, where was I? We're taking a look into build your own R2-D2 77 and 78 of build your own R2-D2. I just kind of said that. I don't have any structure in my life. Okay, so this is the back of R2-D2 issue 77.
Hello!
As you can see, we're dealing with the leg support, some plastic wiring, and we've got issue 78, which deals with I forgot. Deals with the tooling arms. That's it, the tooling arms. But before we begin, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing if you like my builds and my unboxings. I totally forgot this guy. I guarantee that my videos will inspire and uplift. But in seriousness, if you happen to like my builds and my unboxings, please consider subscribing, as it really does help the channel, and thank you for subscribing. Okay, so this is issue 77 of Build Your Own R2-D2, and we're just going to go back to the instructions. And whoa, what the flipping flaming donkey butts is this? Look at that. That is just, this is getting technical now. Now, I do have to say with these, I have decided to scrap these. They're no longer required. Go away, be gone. Because I've replaced it with metallic Allen screws all in the dome. And they work fine, splendid, and we don't need the plastic ones. So, I'm not going to listen to magazine. If I can say the magazine. So this is the support, and this is another support. All we're doing is we're just lining it up with the holes in there, and I think it comes with pegs. Yep, there we go. And then you just take these silver screws, and I think it's these ones. I could be mistaken, but let me know in the comments down below if you think that I'm an idiot. Little pegs at the bottom here, and all you have to do is line that up on the side of R2-D2 like so. So you just turn this over. Easier said than flipping flaming done. Okay, so we're just gonna keep shutting up and do it that way. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so we take the other screwdriver, and the other screw, that is, not the screwdriver. Why am I saying screwdriver now? I think this is too long. Yeah, I think I got the wrong screw in that one. There we go, this is the right one.
Stay on target.
So there we go. That is issue 77 halfway done. And there you go, you got the frame and you got the leg support right there. It's coming along very cool. What is next? Okay, so we turn the page. Ignore this piece right here because, like I said, I used the metal ones instead of plastic ones. They work fine, so there's no need to be alarmed. So the next stage is this little plastic safeguarding mechanism, I think. Let's give it a good whack. Do you remember getting those pens at school and doing this to confuse your mates and say, oh, you got a pencil, look at a pen. Doesn't really work with a screwdriver. Oh yeah, it does. I need a life. All we need to do next is you take this piece, which is the lightsaber mechanism that makes the lightsaber go up and down. Okay, let's remove the lightsaber first. The nice, shiny, glowy lightsaber. I really like that lightsaber. Put that lightsaber over there for a minute. You want to give it a little bit of slack at the bottom there. You don't want to keep pulling at it and tugging at it. I am talking about the wires, of course. Wrap it around the wires. Is that how to do it? It's almost working. You're wondering, I kind of cut myself on the thumb when I was opening a box with an X-Acto knife, and that's why I've got a red thumb, for those of you who need to know. In 4K resolution. You can see my freaking thumb bleeding. Gonna slide that down a little bit. Okay, so there we go. That's one zip tie on. I suppose it's all right. Is to take the other zip tie and just put that around the tubing like thus. Okay, so it should look something like that, or something like the magazine. I think I'm pretty dang close. Okay, so we got that. And now, this is the issue with cameras. Okay, hang on. Black screws, they are the black screws, not the silver screws. Start all over again because I got the wrong screws in, but I think I've got the right screws in now. Well, we're about to, if I can get them. There we go. There we go, just open that up. It would have made much more sense if you actually put this in before you actually put the dome itself on, but hey, there you go. My mistake. And now I got, oh my days, what the heck? To take these black screws and flipping days. You're doing this on purpose. And I think we're done. Next, we hook everything up. Okay, you just want to feed that all the way around, missing all the other cables. Don't make it easier for myself, do I? Just want to feed that through to the other. There you go. So it should look something like that. So you got R2-D2's eye at the back, feeding through all of the cable holes right there. And you want to hook it up to the closest one, which has G and Y, which is the closest peg to put it in, and you just put it in. Next cable, you have this one, which is next to the one you just hooked up. So you take this cable and just feed it through again with the hooks. There we go. And then it goes into the next one. It feels incredibly short. So I think that is the right cable. Okay, so the next cable is this cable right here, which is the closest to the circuit board and the shortest cable as well. So that is going into the one right next to the one that we just put in. Okay, so the colorful eye of R2 at the front just simply goes into the R and B one. The next one is, did I do this right? So next is the actual projector, the cable here, and you just put that into the last slot on the row. Remaining two plugs, which is at the side here next to the projector, you have got to hook up the lightsaber rack. So the lightsaber holder, or whatever you want to call it, the projector, elector. This little guy right here going into the end one. And there we go. Everything is hooked up. Sadly, we cannot test it. This is the one thing that I hate about this build, is that you're relying everything on good faith. You don't know if it's all working yet. So, what's this cable for? Please tell me this cable is supposed to be left out. Okay, so now we have R2 all hooked up. It should be working fine. Can you hear me?
Consumo de energía en los edificios gobiernos.
78 even. And we're going to go and fix R2-D2's arm leg. R2-D2's tool components. Now this is components. Separate the tree and just, sorry, I knocked the phone with my hat. 2. 3. Okay, so you got these little indentations. You got these little holes right here, and you just apply a little bit of glue. And there you have R2's robotic tweezers. Smudge all in. There we go. 2 pieces similar to that. Okay, one's bigger than the other. You take the one that's smallest and put that away for a moment. You want to take the longest one and do something with it. Pick up one of these, which is right here, and I think you just silver screws that you got in previous issues and feed that in to the hole. Just turn it over and put a nut or a bolt or a nut bolt. Oh, and just make sure you screw that. Crap. So there you go. You should have something that looks like that. You got a hexagon shape, which tells you where the actual bolt needs to go, and you got the screw on the other side, and it should just be like that. There we go. Finally, you just take the D-shaped extended gold piece and just put super glue all across. I'm going to put a little bit more there and push that in. And there we have R2-D2's first arm. This piece, and dab the super glue on the peg and push that down firmly. Yes. There you go. So prematurely, I just hooked one of the legs on after I've just done some black washes there. It's not that much. I don't want to do it that excessively, so I'm just going to leave it as is, I think. But there we go. We got one of the legs on. And then we just take the other arm of R2 and put that into that slot there. And use, there we go. R2-D2's arms are in place. Again, I would have wished that it was electronic, but there you go, you can't have everything. Okay, so we've come up with a little bit of a problem mixing with the screws. It shows a picture of a black screw, and I don't know why. You got 2 11mm screws that you got in stage 26. The forum showed that you used silver screws. So I don't know. That's puzzling. Anybody else knows information on what screws to use? Because in the magazine it has the black screws, and then on the forum pictures it has the silver screws. So I don't know which one. I'm gonna say use the silver screws, unless any of you state otherwise. These little silver pegs that you hooked up to the panel there. And all you have to do is, you see those little holes, match it up with that, slide that in like so. And it's saying to use the black screws at the back here. It seems to be catching on something, I don't know what. So we're on about screws. Now there has been a huge debate whether or not you use like the washer kind of black screws on the connections to connect the body, and you can see, look at that. What's that? What's that? That is a washer screw. That is a washer screw. I don't know anymore. I give up. And you feed the panel in. Is that right? But then when you shut it, it's got a gap. And if you look at the pictures though, it's got these little gaps of the panels. So I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. I don't care what screws I use at this point. This is the finished result. A lot of screw misinformation, I think. I just don't care at this stage. I just want to go home. I am home. That's my build for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below how far you are with your R2-D2 build. Are you on 78? Are you on 77? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you have the same issues that I have? Are your panels a little bit poppy? Thanks for watching. Join me again next week when I'll be doing more builds and more unboxings, and I've got some really cool unboxings for you guys to show off, and I've got some giveaways for anybody who likes the Black Series. Stay tuned and make sure you get your friends to subscribe if they like the Black Series, because I've got a phenomenal giveaway coming up to celebrate my 1,000 subscriber mark. Anyway guys, until the next video, Robbie Bobby signing out. That's really cool. I'm going to use this as a pointy stick.